A lot of people think $500,000 is not going to be enough to get them a custom home. And it's not true. It's tight, but if you keep the building size right and stay in line with the proper selections, you could build a custom home for $500,000. Hey Chris, I saw a new subdivision being built and they're advertising houses starting in the high fours. And this is true. There are houses out there that are at that price point that are brand new homes, but these homes are in subdivisions and they're built by a production builder. They're not a custom home. If you want to build a custom home where you control the finishes, you control the layout, you control the quality, that's where you're going to spend some more money, but you're going to get a much nicer home, a much better quality home, and you're going to love it. So one of the most common mistakes we see when people have a limited budget around $500,000 is they start designing a home that's just too big. Really make sure the size of that home lines up with the budget. Use a square footage calculator to check that before you get too far down the road. The hardest thing to do once you've designed a house fully is to shrink that space down. It really feels tough. So starting off with a good line of this is the size we need to be in because this is our budget will allow you to have a great home and be in the budget you need to be in. One of the biggest misconceptions when someone comes to me and says, I've got $500,000 to build my home, is that they're going to be able to build that home and purchase a piece of property, do the permitting, do the utilities, all within the $500,000 budget. This is really going to be tough to do and may not be feasible at that number. Now, building the home can be done in the $500,000, but the land purchase and the utility development and the permitting is going to be in addition. Land purchase is the first decision and really the most important to set you off on the right foot for a great build. A builder-ready lot is going to be a nice piece of land that the utilities are either in the street ready for connection, or a well's been drilled, a septic is ready to be built, that a plan is designed, or the septic may be in place and power is at the property. Those are the three main elements that you're going to need for utilities. You can buy a great piece of land and it may have nothing on it, maybe fully wooded. You're going to need to drill a well, design and install a septic system, put in a driveway, bring in power from the main road. These are the key elements that differentiate a buildable lot or builder-ready lot and a lot that is going to require some development and then can be built on. So there are some hidden costs that can come up when you're getting into land prep and permitting. And one of the hidden costs is going to be you have a piece of property, got a septic design ready to go, but maybe the septic is a specialty system because of the type of soils on that property. So making an assumption of septic costs would be something you don't want to do. What you want to do is get a price from a septic installer for your particular type of septic system. There's a huge range that can be variation of $30,000 or more between two different types of septic systems. Another typical hidden cost is going to be power. You may think, hey, everybody's got power, right? Well, where you need to connect to power for your lot may be a different location than your neighbors. This is going to be based on the power grid and the power company's design. This is important to work with them early to find out where you can pull power from and if it may or may not need to include a transformer or some kind of extension of primary, or if it may be just to tap into a secondary line. So there's hidden costs that come into play when you're looking at a piece of land to buy and whether or not it makes it a smart purchase. One of the surprises people come across when permitting on their land is school fees. Different school districts have different fees when building a new home. So you want to be aware of this based on your property. Some of them could be $5,000 to $7,000. Some of them have no fee at all. This is a big, important piece of information that you can find out very early on when evaluating the property. So as you can see, there are a lot of decisions that go into making a home beautiful and keeping it in budget. So really it's about priorities. You need to prioritize what is the most important spaces, put your effort into those spaces, keep the other areas simple. This will help you stay on budget. One of the great places to put some money into your home to make sure you get a nice feature out of it is gonna be a fireplace. Having a nice fireplace in the living room with a well done but simple surround can be a great place to spend a little bit of money, and really you're gonna enjoy that space for many, many years. One of the biggest items people ask us about, and it really pushes the budget, in a home is the master bathroom. We all love those huge tile showers, the big glass panels, the freestanding soaker tubs, all beautiful. I'd love to have a bathroom that way. But that is one of the first areas that I would say upgrade that later. Start with a plan that gives you the flexibility down the road to upgrade the spaces without completely rearranging the bathroom, but put a fiberglass unit in where the shower is going to go. Then in a few years when you're ready, take that fiberglass unit out, build the full tile shower. Same thing goes with the vanity. Maybe put in a very simple vanity now. Down the road, find a vanity you love, put it right back in the same spot and upgrade the space. So when you are developing the plan for your house and you need to stay in that budget, really prioritize the spaces. Make sure the spaces are where you want them to be. Make sure the fixture layout is the way you want it to be. Then down the road, you can easily upgrade finishes. You could upgrade some countertops. You could upgrade cabinetry. You could redo painting. You can add trim to windows. Really go through the home and make sure the elements are where you want them. So as you upgrade down the road, it's easy to do. Chris, I've got $500,000. I want to build a home, but I really don't want to sacrifice quality. What is the most important thing? And this comes down to the builder you're working with. A quality builder will present you with good materials. They'll bring in good trades. And if they do their job right, you'll have a quality built home on that budget. Keep the size in check for the overall cost, but working with the right team is going to set you up for success. So if you're thinking about building a house and you have a $500,000 budget or $800,000 or more, we put together a toolkit. The link is in the description below. This toolkit will give you information as it relates to the contract, the scope of work, cost sheets, the plans, the specs, the design, and how you go about making a good plan to stay in your budget and build a beautiful home. If you have more questions or details that you want to discuss, visit us at wcontracting.com and send us an email or call us anytime. We're happy to talk through the details and help you figure out if building a custom home is right for you.